Hey everyone, welcome to Home Matters, the podcast where we help you make the most informed decisions for your home renovation and improvement projects. Whether you're swapping out windows, tackling a kitchen makeover, or getting a new roof, we've got the tips, the tricks, and the insights that you need. So let's get into today's topic. Hey there, welcome back to the Home Matters podcast, where we dive deep into the heart of home improvement and lifestyle. I'm your host, Alex. And today I'm going to talk to you about the kitchen. I would call this the culinary adventure. We're not just talking about the pots and pan, but really we're talking to innovation and design. To me and for my family, the kitchen has always been one of those areas in the home where we spend really the most time, and it's where we connect. It's where we tell our stories, right? Where we learn about each other, learn new things, have debates, right? And I think that that's always been the case for most people, right? If we look at it in business, most of us, when we want to meet someone, we go out to dinner, we go to a lunch meeting, we eat, go out together as a family. And typically the holidays are around the kitchen as well. And so it's no surprise that the kitchen, when you speak to most real estate professionals, when you speak to builders, probably the top two, if not the most important part of the home is the kitchen. I would say the only reason there might be a number one in place there is because you need a really good roof, a good structure, right? So foundation from the home would be obviously number one, but I would say a close second there, no doubt, the kitchen. And so I'd like to explore with you how to create your dream kitchen. I have done hundreds of kitchens in my career, and I've also worked on the other side of the business where I work with home improvement contractors, specifically kitchen and bathroom remodeling. And in kitchen remodeling, as you know, it's very complicated when you think about the amount of material and labor that goes into renovating a kitchen. It is no surprise that it can become a not only costly but also complicated project, right? And but again, I go back to what I said in the beginning, which is that's where the magic happens, right? For me, that morning coffee when I first wake up to sometimes that midnight snack, maybe it's a conversation with the kids while you're drinking some tea and they're drinking some hot cocoa, right? So let's go ahead and dive into how we can make that space not just functional, but truly yours. And even if you are renting a home, an apartment, the kitchen is still one of the places that you probably spend a lot of time, right? And you want to make it your own. So let's talk about the current kitchen design trends, because this is a topic over the years that I've not really enjoyed. It's like every other industry where every time the media or publications or professionals within the industry talk about the trends, we feel like, okay, that's what I got to do. But you don't have to do that, right? There are elements of a kitchen in both design as well as material that can be timeless. So you don't want to create, unless you have an unlimited budget, you don't want to create a kitchen that only you would like, right? Because down the road, when you potentially are selling your home or passing it on to a family member, you want to make sure that it's something that is very functional. So the world of kitchen design is constantly evolving, and right now it's all about that sleek minimalism using sustainable materials like concrete and recycled woods, and then integrating the smart technology, right? So imagine controlling your kitchen appliances with just a voice command or tapping on your phone. I'm not big into that. However, I know that for many people, having the technology integrated can be a very sexy a component of the kitchen. And so I always like to approach a kitchen design not with my own flavor, but the client's flavor, right? So if they want maybe really tall cabinets on the wall cabinets, or maybe shorter cabinets, if they want slab doors versus doors that are more classical and have design in them, or certain door pulls that are a certain way. So you have to look at all those different things. And then layout becomes really important. The layout is probably one of the most important aspects of the kitchen, and especially because you may be limited on budget. You may be limited with where the plumbing and electrical is currently in place. And so sometimes, let's say you might want to move your kitchen sink from the counter space that's on the wall to an island. But to do that, you're going to have to do major construction, dig deep, pull pipes. And so it might not be cost effective, or maybe you just don't have the time to do that. So you have to balance between functionality and then also being practical, right? And so most kitchen designers will tell you that there is the work triangle. That's where your sink, stove, and refrigerator meet. That is known as the work triangle. Now you don't have to go that route, depending on your space. If it's like a galley, or if it's a rectangle square kitchen, it really depends on the amount of space that you had. But getting it right can make the kitchen really a joy to work in, right? So you want to make sure that it's functional. Next, I want to talk about appliances. I'm currently in the market for some new appliances myself, and when I go out there, it's just mind blowing the number of um, choices that we have across all the different brands. So you start to do your research. You go down to the hardware store like a Lowe's. You go to a Best Buy, you go to Amazon, you go online, you look at what the manufacturers are offering, right? And I look at the technology. Is it energy efficient? What's the performance like? Obviously, the aesthetics. Do I want stainless steel, or do I want color? There are just so many options out there. So what I recommend you doing is looking at a site like Consumer Reports or the magazine itself. It will help you find the best rated appliances. And then don't forget, like everything we talk about here on this podcast, do your research, meaning reviews. Go look up at the reviews for these products, like the appliances, and you will quickly find out the ones that people like and the ones that people don't, and why not. Next, we'll want to talk to you about cabinetry and countertops. So cabinetry and countertops are truly one of the best ways to define the kitchen's personality. And we're seeing a lot of bold colors right now, innovative materials. I mentioned early, reclaimed wood, concrete is coming back again. It kind of goes in and out. I've seen cork, bamboo, and then you've got all these different the different hardware that really truly makes a statement. Big, bulky stainless steel. All right. Not my style, but I think it looks really cool in the right setting. If it's like a modern home, right? It could really make that statement within the kitchen beyond everything else that you do. And then, you know, you can, like I said, go beyond granite for countertops. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different options. You've got onyx too. You've got Corian counters, and then good old Formica, which is I would never recommend putting down um, anything that's made of Formica, because it just doesn't really stand the test of time, and it doesn't really add value to your home when you're putting in a countertop that just has Formica on it. And honestly, in many markets, when I talk to contractors, it's not even offered anymore, because there are better engineered products out there, like recycled glass for one. So, if someone offers you uh, Formica countertops, there's got to be a really good reason, because the pricing has come down for other materials these days. And so, and like I said, Formica doesn't really stand the test of time. So storage solutions, that's another one. Everybody wants a clutter-free kitchen, right? Innovative storage solutions, like if you go to some of these stores these days, and also online, they've got all sorts of spice racks and hidden drawers that you can use. So I really like some of the storage solutions that are out there. And then finally, like the personal touches, it's where you turn the kitchen from a cooking space to a part of your home. And whether whether it's through color schemes, like my mom's house, where she's got some oranges that really pop, and then some crystal light chandeliers that you typically wouldn't expect in a kitchen, but become a focal point. And in her case, even they put up an art piece that is like in a glass case with a granite, really different. It makes the kitchen feel so different, and it's a really a conversation piece, right? You feel like you're in one of those um, nice hotel restaurants that display artwork. So if art is your thing, incorporate it into the kitchen, because it's a way to add that personal touch. Or if it's, like I said, the color of the paint, that's another way. Or even just a unique piece of cookware on display, right? Make it yours. So I have another friend that has the pot rack that stands above the stove, right? And it displays like these beautiful copper um, uh, pans and pots, and it's just a piece in its own. And this friend likes to go out to like flea markets and buy old pots and pans. So it's really cool. It's just, there's always a story behind it. So it's a great way to do the personal touch, right? But more importantly, I mean, we talked a little bit about materials here. We talked about design trends, layout option, appliances, countertops, cabinets, and personal touches. But I think one of the most important things that you have to keep in mind when you're redoing a kitchen is that you select the right contractor. Labor is important. We talked about material, but it's really labor that is going to get you your dream kitchen. If you don't have the right contractor that understands the nuances of the cabinetry piece of it, which is woodworking often, to the plumbing, to the electrical, there's no unicorns that can do all those different jobs. So you want to make sure that when you talk to the contractor, you understand what their capabilities are and who they're going to bring in to do the work with them, right? They shouldn't be doing everything themselves, because in my experience in this industry, the contractors who do everything themselves, at somewhere along the line, they're going to fall short, right? So you just want to make sure you truly understand who's doing what, get a timeline, get a budget, understand that typically a kitchen, like a $25,000 kitchen that's like 10 by 10, 10 by 12, a kitchen like that can take, anywhere from 8 weeks to as much as like 6 months. It can cost anywhere from 20 to all of a sudden $40,000, $50,000. Every item on the list it needs to be accounted for and planned for. And the way you do that is by planning very well with a contractor that will work with you like a project manager. And we didn't even get to touch on really the flooring piece of the aspect of the kitchen, right? Because that's typically done separate. Typically, a different contractor will come in and do your flooring, whether it be wood, vinyl, laminate, tile, granite. Hopefully no one is putting carpet in their kitchen. But again, it depends on where you live around the country, right? But anyways, finding the right contractor is important. And if you're going to tackle it yourself, do yourself a favor, spend the next 3 to 6 months, going to like HGTV and This Old House, and watch as many shows as you can, check out as many books, and immerse yourself in it, because it is no small project doing a kitchen, especially if you are doing a complete gut out. And that would be my recommendation. So that's a wrap for today's journey through the world of the kitchen design. I hope that you are feeling inspired to take on your kitchen space and transform it into a place where it's not only the place you cook, but also the place you live and love. So if you've got thoughts, questions, or your own kitchen triumphs to share, please hit us up on our social media, or shoot us an email, which we have it listed here. We love hearing from you, and thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep making your home matter. Catch you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to the Home Matters podcast. Remember, a great home starts with making smart choices. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on a new episode. For more resources, or to get in touch with a trusted local contractor, check out localcontractor.co. Until next time, take care and happy renovating.